Welcome the sportsmen's, everyone. When you get a chance at some point in time today, please take a moment to thank Jesse and his committee. They have done a fabulous job of getting this together. As you can expect it from Jesse, he doesn't do anything half-hearted. His whole heart has gone into this, and we at Sportsman's, as well as we know all of you, appreciate all his and his committee's efforts. Once again, thank you to all of you, and we hope you have a great day out there.
Thank you, Heather. So I'd like to welcome everybody to the Jack Crago Memorial Golf Outing presented by the Harrisburg Parks Foundation. Harrisburg Parks Foundation is dedicated to the preservation, maintenance, expansion, and development of over 26 parks and playgrounds in the city of Harrisburg. Last year, this event started for the first time last year to support that organization. We raised over $12,000. Some of the funds and the proceeds that we raised were used to install new playground equipment at Vernon Street Playground, and we're excited about the opportunities from the proceeds that we'll make for this event to do some more projects in Harrisburg, and we thank everybody for being a part of the day. We'd also like to give special thanks to the gold sponsors, the estate of Jack Crago, Michael Baker International, PP&L, and UGI, and all of you for being here today. The committee, we have a wonderful committee. It stayed intact over last year. It's been able to grow. This event itself has grown by roughly 25 players, and proceeds from the event this year will be higher than the last, and in the end with the goal to do all the wonderful things we can do with monies in the Harrisburg Park system. Today we're all here to play in the Jack Crago Memorial. Jack was a devoted member of the Parks Foundation and its predecessor, the Harrisburg Parks Partnership. He spearheaded a series of annual golf outings to benefit the city's youth program. Earlier this year, Jack Crago passed away, and in his honor, the Harrisburg Parks Foundation is devoting this event in Jack's memory. We're extremely honored to be joined today by Jack's wife, Carol. Carol has been helpful with the organization of the event. She has made wonderful donations. Some of you today, there's raffle prizes up there, just wonderful prizes you can get for a very small $5 chance. And I'm very happy to have Carol here with a deep heart. Here's Carol Crago.
All I can say is wow. Jack would be so honored. He was a golfer, as most of you knew him. And when I say a golfer, sometimes 5 times a week. During golf season, I rarely got to see him unless it was after the 19th hole or at the 19th hole. But about 2 weeks before Jack passed away, he was standing in the front yard and I was sitting on the porch, and he always had a golf club in his hand. And he looked at me and he said, "I can't even lift this golf club, let alone swing it. So today, I want you to swing your clubs for Jack. Thank you."
Thank you very much, Carol. I'd like to introduce Jeb Stewart. Jeb Stewart is the president of the Harrisburg Parks Foundation, and we're lucky to have Jeb here today. And we appreciate all of his efforts as Jeb leads us well.
Thanks, Jesse. Just want to thank everybody for coming today. This is quite an honor for Jack Crago, obviously, and also great to support the Harrisburg Parks Foundation as we try to improve the city's parks and playground system. We have 26 parks and playgrounds throughout the city of Harrisburg, and of course your participation will go to help us improve those facilities. In particular, though, I really want to thank the people that volunteered today, and particularly those from the Parks Foundation. Jesse, of course, is spectacular, and Heather, the two of them in particular. And I do want to say that Jack Crago was on the earlier Parks Partnership that evolved into the Parks Foundation, and he got to the point where he thought maybe he should move on, because he had done so many golf outings in the past. And rather than just saying, I'm moving on, guys, you know, maybe you better do something else or find some other fundraiser, he got Jesse involved. So he made it happen so there was a continuity rather than just bowing out. He got Jesse involved, which is absolutely spectacular, and of course, Heather also. So we're very, very grateful to Jack for having done that, to be able to sustain our efforts with the Parks Foundation and with the golf outing. Also, I'd like to thank Arlene Prentice, who's here, Beth Cornell, Paul Zeff, Peggy Grove, Justin Webb, Devin Dravik, of course Joyce Davis, Kathy Gates, who was a volunteer today, and of course my wife, Robin Stewart, who is selling the tickets here several moments ago. So thank you again for coming. Very much appreciated.
I guess it was about 2 weeks after he had passed away, and I got a call from Jeb Stewart, who is president of the Parks Foundation, and he said, Carol, we want your permission to name the tournament after Jack. And I just welled up. It's like, what an honor. What an absolute honor. It was about 20 years ago when Jack started this tournament under the Harrisburg Parks Partnership. And back then, they had a junior golf program. And people said to Jack, why do you want to have a golf tournament for these city kids? It's a rich man's sport. And Jack kind of responded by saying, golf teaches you so much. It teaches you a skill for sure, but it teaches you etiquette, it teaches you rules, and it builds character. So I thought that was just such a great reason. And he was so successful with that tournament, and that went on for about 14 years. And then everything kind of went away for a while. And then the foundation the partnership became the Parks Foundation. And Jeb had pulled Jack back in, but this was maybe 2 years ago. And we all know his health was failing. And for other reasons, he couldn't have brought a better person in to run the tournament than Jesse Hamilton. And I think Jesse deserves a round of applause. And Jeb and Heather Woolridge, who did all the beautiful graphics and posters, and it's just, what a wonderful day, what a wonderful tribute. And I thank everybody on that list, and then some, and all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carol. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Joyce Davis, represents the mayor's office. Joyce?
Thank you. Thank you very much. And yes, I represent the mayor on the Harrisburg Parks Foundation, but I want you to know that he truly supports this organization. He asked me to represent him to make sure that this was supported from the mayor's office, that we gave as much resources and time so that we could really invigorate, once again, our parks and the community involvement in it. So he regrets that he cannot be here tonight. He had planned to be here, but a family situation that he must participate in has prevented him from being here. So he asked me to come, and he asked me to express his regrets, but also to basically read a letter that he has sent to Carol Prego, so that she is aware of his support and of his affection for not only this event, but for her and her family. And he says, "Dear Mrs. Prego, although I am unable to be with you as you honor Jack at the first Prego Memorial Golf Tournament, I wanted you to know that my thoughts are with you. I fully support renaming this event in memory of Jack, who did so much to help the city of Harrisburg and its people. As mayor of Harrisburg and on behalf of the residents of our great city, I want to thank you and your family for allowing us to join in celebrating Jack's legacy and his love of golf. Please know that I applaud the Harrisburg Parks Foundation and its efforts to improve our parks and playgrounds. Your support of the annual golf outing, now named in honor of your husband, is a pillar of these efforts to help the city and especially its children. Thank you again for all you do, and in respectful memory of all Jack did to better our community. Yours truly, Eric Pappas.